conceptualize a method to extract evidence which is relevant to this case. Because, for instance, if you look at the first page, that is page 7.1. I mean, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And then obviously this one is double.
Yes. 19.
This one must be about 45 or whatever.
Yes.
You see? Yes. Another 45.
Yes. Maybe if we adjourn just for 5 minutes, let me talk to my colleagues. Let's see if it's necessary to traverse everything.
Yeah, you only traverse what is relevant and is going to be used. You can make an agreement about it. But you can't expect a witness to recite 1 million telephone numbers and only 6 are going to be relevant. Let's hear Mr. Ngomezulu first. What do you say, sir?
My Lord, I also suggest that we should adjourn to have a discussion, Mr. Lord.
Okay. Let's start it.
As a corporation, my Lord, I'm of the same sentiment.
You of the same sentiment?
Of the same view, thank you.
No problem, my Lord. If the state has realized that it needed to approach us.
It's what?
Listen, one thing Baloyi is going to have to learn is that he is now living literally in the saying that says, hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. You see, Baloyi, what you did was absolutely wrong. You owe Mshololo an apology because legal process says you were supposed to sit down and wait. You know, how could you answer on behalf of Mshololo, who was sitting right there in the room? Maybe if Mnyegi was representing her that day and no one was there to actually say what we said, we could understand if you stood up to speak on behalf of Mshololo. But standing up to speak on behalf of Mshololo, who is fully capable of speaking of herself in the English language, of speaking for herself in the English language, that was uncalled for, that was demeaning, that was rude, and don't you ever forget, Mshololo is there on her own merit, okay? Now, let's go back to Judge Rata and what he did just there. So he literally, this is something else I wanted to point out. So he literally addresses the men by their surname. He goes, Ngomezulu, Nisi, Ngumalo, Ramasipili. He totally doesn't even address Mshololo by her surname. How unfair is that? That is telling, is that part of court decorum? Or is that part of Tarvin administration? This is highly unfair. But you know what? Just so you don't say I am demonizing Judge Rata, let's listen to it just one more time. Just a tiny little clip.
If the state has realized that it needed to approach us.
It's what? Well, I'm approaching you because... Are you available next week, Mr. Panafon? Can you give us a suggestion?
My Lord,
how do you normally do it in other courts? You read everything.
This is just an extraction from the original.
One thing about Mshololo, she is wearing her feelings on her sleeve and she is still visibly upset with what just went down. But again, I say there has got to be a complaint place where she has to go. Why does she continuously keep enduring this? But let's get back to Judge Rata. One thing about Judge Rata, which I can appreciate him for, is that he does not want to sit in court for a long period of time going over tedious tasks because, one, we know he gets confused easily, just like he demonstrated saying that Mshololo said that accused number 5's mother's number is his number, which never happened. But one thing we also know about him is that he needs to go, okay? He is not sitting through a tedious session reading thousands and millions of numbers from the witness, who also didn't seem to know what processes he does in other courts. That was also quite telling. Has he been a witness before? Or has this role been cooked up for him? You know what? I digress. Back to why the judge and why Friday ended up adjourning. They adjourned because the judge just wasn't going to do this on a Friday. On a Friday, when he can go to a Tarvin in Soweto. Listen, I didn't make that up. He told us he frequents. He even said it in the present tense, as in, I am not stopping this behavior anytime soon. But then this comment says, I've been questioning Ratta's behavior towards Mshololo. Now I have an answer. This is how he treats women in Soweto taverns where he visits. You know what? I cannot refute that comment. There is a lot of fact there. He isn't suddenly treating Mshololo in that manner. Is this how he treats women in general? Let me know in the comment section down below. But let's keep listening. And before we do, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this video because, you know, the media is trying to disappear. Okay, from this, the media is trying to disappear and go away into politics land as if this is not a hot topic. But do you know what we can do? As the members of the public, let's help grow this channel so we can become media houses, or should I say recognized media houses, and we can get our permits or our passes to get into the courthouse as well and report it as it is. Because when was the last time you saw Griselda in court? When was the last time? When was the last time she gave out any tweets from the courthouse? She used to do like breaking. I used to get a lot of my information from her tweets. She hasn't been in the courthouse in a while. Let me know in the comment section down below your thoughts on that. But let's hear how they resolve this.
You don't want to interface with, like we did with Dupree. You don't want to interface with. Otherwise, he must read everything.
Yes.
You say, okay, on the 10th of June, 2018, that is the first court. The duration was from 9 o'clock, 3 minutes, 13 seconds. The duration was 115. And the other party was communicating with was 2777. Yes. I mean, really.
Yes. Can I make a proposal? Maybe we continue from page 23. You just give a summary.
No. You got to meet with the defense. And you must work out a modus operandi, how to curtail this evidence. Yeah. If the defense wants to meet with Colonel House, fine. But you must, all of you must try and structure a model which will only make us concentrate on what the evidence, according to your case, is against number 1 or number 2 or number 3. Yes. And then they must be aware of that modus operandi and they must agree to it. If they don't agree to it, fine. Then we can spend the whole of next year reciting these numbers.
Can you just maybe adjourn for about 10 minutes? Then
what do you suggest, Mr. Radmusipida? You know something about computers.
My Lord, I would suggest that we adjourn, as the court suggests, we confer with the state and the expert, then we'll resume on Monday. That's my suggestion. Because
we can't embellish this, Mr. Lieutenant Colonel. You can't embellish this because you all have the same document. So you can't cook it, as Mr. Ngomezulu likes to say. Because the evidence is already cooked. So you will agree how to package it. In Latin they say, what is it? Modus vivendi.
Yes.
Okay. Right, let's adjourn and find a way. And then we meet on Monday. Because you must agree and disagree. I will follow along with whatever you think you suggest. Okay.
Can we just maybe briefly see the court in the corridor regarding a request from the media?
Oh, I see. What do they want?
For the proceedings of next week, commencing from Wednesday.
They want to do what?
Well, I've already discussed this with my learned friend in light of the looming very important elections. They are not able to be here from Wednesday.
I see.
And they are requesting that maybe we should perhaps not sit on those days from Wednesday until the date of the election and then continue thereafter.
Until Msholozi gets his 2/3 majority.
As they'll be deploying their resources, my lord, out there in the field.
What's your suggestion? To accommodate?
Well, objecting, my lord. We're objecting to that application.
Yeah, we don't want it. Mr. Ngomalo, Mr. Munisi?
We just need to proceed.
Okay, Ngomalo?
We just need to proceed. We've been sitting here since July last.
Okay.
We have to find out.
we're also going to object. They are going to, once we will be twiddling our fingers.
Okay, Mr. Ngomezulu, you also object?
That's correct, man.
Okay, so the media is here. Have they heard it?
Well, there are. It's for them then to bring a formal application, my lord, to that effect.
So they want to do other work, and we must sit tight, and then we come back after they've done whatever they want to do. Is that what you want?
Well, my lord, I think in the nature of the what interest that the case is receiving, that request was made against that background.
Okay, so where are these guys? The media guys, are they here?
They must be outside. I'm sure they're sitting outside. They must be outside as they're trying to...
How long are these elections going to take place?
Well, from Wednesday, they must be out there in the field, covering those remote areas, my lord.
Are we going to vote here? No, I'm just asking. That's for my interest. Are we going to vote, some of us here?
No, maybe. I think the state is litigating this.
Yeah, fine.
Representing the state.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
The media. The media want to bring an application, they must do so substantively.
Okay, fine. That's why I say, where is the media?
They cannot bring their message via the
But
state.
yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Where's the pers? So what is the media? No, let them come and make an application. If we reject it, we reject it. That's it.
Yes.
Has it ever happened?
We'll convey to the media to bring that application.
Yeah. Tell them we are opposed to that.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Do you have time to discuss with the defense if they want to engage him, or you don't want to engage him?
We will engage him now.
Do you want to engage him? Otherwise, he must go.
No, I want to talk to him.
Are you okay with it?
No problem, my lord.
Okay. We shall adjourn for that exercise, and then we meet on Monday. Then.
I can never unsee how fast Judge Ratta adjourns the session, because you know what? Now I know where he's rushing to. But this comment goes on to say, there's nothing wrong with a person going to a tavern. In fact, it shows that you socialize with your community. People have now reduced this case into a competition between Mshololo and Urata, and this has completely eroded their discernment. Sometimes people just get excited even when she's uttering a disgracing legal opinion. You know what? This comment, I don't know what to say to it, because it is not a competition between Mshololo and Urata. It is commentary on what we are seeing Ratta doing to Mshololo. I think it's very important that we clarify that. It's not like this is a scripted situation. He is doing this, and he is a judge. He should know better. He should know better. Sure, going to a tavern might be socializing with the community, but is the tavern the only place you can socialize with the community? I don't know. So another comment goes on to say, so, you know, the judge also comments and talks about the MK party, and, so the judge also goes ahead and says and insinuates that the MK party is going to get a 2/3 vote. Again, I am so confused as to why he brings up these comments in the courthouse. And has anyone noticed as well that the media hasn't covered the tavern comment either? The same media that wants to be out of the courthouse for over a week and a half, they are not saying anything or reporting anything with regards to the tavern. I would have loved to see them, question tavern owners on what they thought about that comment, question people in the public. They are the media. They have the resources to do this and bring it out to us so that we, get a wider view, a community view of what's going on. Another comment goes on to say, commentator, you are giving this judge respect by saying he frequents taverns in Soweto. Judge said he frequents shebeens, which are more indecent than taverns. All they face are police raids and pay fines or offer bribes to the police, and they continue running their houses of Sodom and Gomorrah. At shebeens, there is shebeen queens and kings who operate disregarding the law. They can even personally provide immoral shenanigans and open bedrooms for immoral shenanigans to their customers. At taverns, the state law regulates them, and any immoral shenanigans have to be done outside the tavern premises, otherwise their licenses can be cancelled. This man is a shame to the legal profession. Now, Mzansi, let me know what your thoughts are on this comment. But to correct the commenter, the judge didn't say shebeens, although he insinuated Mshololo was a shebeen queen. He literally did said, I frequent shebeens. No, he said, I attend shebeens in Soweto. No, now I'm mixing myself up. He said, I attend taverns in Soweto. But I like how you break down everything else that happens in Shabines. So Shabines. So let me know your thoughts on this comment. Is this comment right on the money? Is this the kind of activities that happen in taverns? Is this the kind of activities that a judge, an active judge, because he's not in retirement anymore, that an active judge should be frequenting? Or is this part of community service as a state employee? Let me know in the comment section down below. But that's it from us today. Let me know your thoughts on the judge asking the state and the prosecution to sit down together. You know, he wants this whole group effort thing to happen. So now he wants everybody to sit down together with the expert and come up with a better method of reading through those numbers. But my question still remains, which numbers are what I would like to see them focus on is the 26th of October. 2014. That's it from us today. Will there ever be justice for Senzo Meyiwa? That's it from us today, Mzansi. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. We absolutely love it when you do. And I'll catch you for sure on our next upload. And be sure to also catch our previous video. I will link it up here, where we digress and go down into your comments for about 40 minutes. I literally respond to comments. Thanks so much for watching. Share this video to the last 3 people you sent a WhatsApp message to. Like I told you, you might have to be on the witness stand and be talking about why you didn't share my videos, because you know the Shelf on Expert is going to pull up your 205s one day. And that's it from us today. Thanks so much for watching. Enjoy your Sunday.